Here, in the low country of South Carolina, our responsible approach to change is evidenced by our skyline, built on a foundation of history, reaching for new heights in the future.
Well, you know, we've been so fortunate in Charleston with the expansion of the tourism industry, business industry. We have so many more passengers today than when we built this airport some 30 years ago.
Today, the airport is operating at capacity and clearly showing its age.
The Charleston Airport has some pretty good bones. It's a well-built, solid building. It's just dated. When we looked at it, we said there's daylighting issues, there's circulation issues, there's material issues, and then the kind of the hidden thing is all the systems have reached their life expectancy.
And the other component too is security. You know, this facility was built pre-9/11. Things have dramatically changed. We didn't have this type of security, the need for security that we do today.
We had to take a look at it as well. How do you take this building and in the process of replacing these systems, how do you do that but end up with a building that looks new when you're really using the majority of it's the old building?
The design began to take shape with the consolidation of the existing security and screening checkpoints.
We figured out a way to do that in an area that would be new construction so we didn't disrupt the old. And once that chunk got moved, then the other pieces started to fall into place and make sense.
Connecting concourses A and B on the air side created the opportunity to consolidate retail, food and beverage, and other amenities, greatly improving the flow of the airport and the travel experience.
In today's world of travel, it's very stressful for people. And being able to address and simplify processes and make them very clear on what you need to do takes that stress away.
The improvement project will incorporate the latest advances in the industry. New passenger boarding bridges will serve small regional jets and large airliners. 5 new gates will be added to accommodate more passengers and additional aircraft.
Things you don't think about: if we have more planes and we have more gates, we need more apron space, which is the extension of the runway where planes park. And there'll be a lot of improvements that the public won't even notice because that's what the public expects.
You're not going to know that there's a new central energy plant and that's much more efficient than it is today and that all of the systems have been replaced. You won't see that, but you'll feel it.
Travelers will also feel the difference in the new design. Natural light, glass walls, open space, and materials and colors borrowed from the palette of the Low Country. A welcoming atmosphere that will make visitors and residents feel at home.
The building today, it really doesn't have a heart. It doesn't have a feel that says, boy, I'm in the Low Country, I've gotten here. Or, boy, I'm going to miss this place because I'm leaving here.
Yeah, I think there's going to be real beauty in the new airport. It's going to be a terrific design. When they get off the plane to see Charleston, that's the first thing they'll see, and they're going to feel it as soon as they disembark from the aircraft.
It'll be a big transformation on how people see and engage with the airport than what it is today.
The renovation work began in April of 2013.
So right now, in the beginning, we're able to control it to a point where it's not disruptive. But that will change over time, and you're never going to renovate a building in its entirety without a few bumps on the road.
You know, in order to get where we want to be, there's going to be inconvenience to the traveling public. What our obligation is to keep them safe, to keep them secure, and to inform them.
We find in a lot of ways, if we keep people informed, keep them the directions or where they need to go and how they need to process clear, it takes a lot of that, again, that stress out, and hopefully they'll be looking forward to what it'll look like when it's done.
The project is scheduled for completion in the fall of 2015.
When you deal with spaces for public, public domain spaces, and an airport's definitely one of those, it's not as much trying to leave them with this memory of wow, as much as it is to leave them with this feeling of, ah, that was easy.